No, not really.
No,
Not
okay,
really.
not a real okay. So it's a little bit similar to freedom in the way that you have a lot of ability to move your elbow because there's like it's just a massive pad,
Yeah.
and because of the rules, you're allowed to have like little jumps. So really,
Yeah.
your freedom and your elbow movement is significant. That's the only real difference. Everything else, it's just kind of a very fast setup. So it's go and set right away. It's almost guaranteed straps. Close your thumbs, close your hands, and once your hands are closed, they're basically saying go. So it's a very fast like turnaround.
Yeah.
The goal for this kind of league is speed and like efficiency,
Hmm.
and I quite like it. But honestly, when it comes to real arm wrestling, it's almost no different.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just interested, like how the pads change all the
Mm-hmm.
things, right? Because you can move forward and your
You
opponent
can.
can move right. So
It
so
helps for a press. If you're a presser, this is a beneficial pad because you have equal amount of distance to run. You can run that thing. I
yeah,
think it's 11 inches. You can start over here, like set nice and
yeah,
high, and run so far that it's very good. And you can't kings move the same way you can on another table. So the
yeah.
whole
That's what.
inside option and the flop option becomes a lot better just in general because that
Mhm.
outside kind of spin option is diminished because the pads are a tiny bit higher and because you can't really dip the same way you can on a regular table. It's beneficial for an inside puller who's driving hard.
Okay, okay. I kind of tried, like on the regular table, I tried to put on
Yeah,
dimensions and just
yeah,
looked at
yeah.
it. How and I thought like that's like because it's gonna feel different than the pads on there. So I'm just, what is the smoothie? What the hell is that?
This is power right here. This is power. So I just finished up my workout, and what I do is this right here is I'm telling you, you gotta get on this, Ray. You want to grow up to be a big boy? This is what you need right here. So this is 4 scoops of mass gainer, 2 scoops
Yeah,
of protein powder, and water. So it's 100 grams of protein, and it's I think 1,500 calories, and
it's
that's it.
100%
Boom.
diabetes.
It's awesome. It's incredible. I love this stuff. It tastes really bad, honestly. I hate it, but Artem said no weight cap, so I'm trying to come in massive.
Yeah, yeah. When I don't like drink a lot of protein powders, but I have some. And everyone always like when they buy, they care about taste. I'm like, you don't drink it for freaking
No,
taste. You drink it
no.
for right. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's just macros.
So what's your weight now?
We'll find out. I got the scale right here. Let's see. We'll find
Let's
out
go.
right now. I am 238. 238 right now. I'm massive. I'm massive. See how big I am, right? See all that?
108 kilos. 108 kilos.
Is that
And
what it
you
is?
just did Ryan Bowen's weigh-in alone in your room.
Yeah. I'm actually 86 kilo. But
Okay,
don't worry about it. Yeah.
makes sense. Makes sense. So no weight cap, nothing.
No.
Just, yeah.
He's been
Well,
saying he's had problems getting heavier. Hopefully he's telling the truth, but I don't believe him. Looking at him, he looks good. From what I've heard, he's good right now.
mhm. What happened when he was there?
I kicked his ass. It was terrible. It wasn't even close.
I heard the same thing in
Yeah.
Atlantic City. We went to Chick-fil-A and I asked him like, so what happened at Larratt's house? He's like, well, I got destroyed, man. I don't know what happened. I felt good, and then like I couldn't feel good at all. That's
Yeah.
my that's
So
my
I have found something in how I arm wrestle. I've warmed up wrong. I've always warmed up wrong, and I don't know what it is. I think it's something to do with my elbow. Once I'm warmed up, I'm like way stronger. So we pulled right away. I was totally like cold, and I can't do much with him. I'm like going. I'm like, oh, this is kind of. He feels really strong. Then he pulls my dad on the left, and like then we go back to right. And when we go back to right, then it's like, okay, I can't even feel you. It was really weird.
yeah.
But I don't know exactly why, but it's something to do with when I'm warm, I'm able to use my elbow better,
Yeah.
and then it just changes. Yeah.
I can't pull like straight away. I need to warm up like
Yeah.
because and I will feel like I'll pull. Doesn't matter who I'm pulling. Like complete beginner with my right arm, and at the start, like if I'm trying to do like I have to allow them to go there
Yeah,
because
that's
in
what I
my
feel.
mind everything's gonna break if I try to do something. And then we switch arms, we go back, and it's like completely different arm. Like I was like, ooh, it works.
Yeah.
But I look at it like I don't know. Like a lot of people have different. Like John Brzezinski doesn't warm up at all, right? At
Yeah.
all.
I mean, my dad's the same kind of way. The way he warms up is he kind of just breathes and moves and like really flexes his arm and moves around like this. And I've done that for every match I've had, but I've also kind of gotten hurt every match I've had. So that might be a coincidence, or it might just be I'm warming up wrong. I need to do better. This time I'll try something new. I'm gonna try getting on the table a bit, moving around, kind of getting the blood pumping, let it subside, and then go have my match. I think that should work. I'll try it, see if it works. I'm really not worried about endurance. So, I mean, we'll see. In my opinion, if the match stops and he can't hit through it in like a second or third hit, he's in big trouble because my table time endurance, like my muscular endurance right now, is really good. Like really good. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What do you think, Ray? You think I can get him?
I think I think you have a good lane against him because
Yeah.
Artem hits and he
Yeah.
gives up the hand
And
too much. But I also think if Artem comes in really ready, he will be very dangerous. And then it will go, can you get what you need to stay away from his power? Because like
yeah,
when you get inside, he's
really good
freshly
there.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good match. I think for you, this is the highest match you had, in my
I
opinion.
agree. I 100% agree. And from everybody I've talked to, like I talked to some guys who've been like training with him, and they're like, "Yeah, he's best he's ever been." And I'm like, "Oh, well, good." I would hope so. I mean, anytime I pull a guy, I want him to be his best. But like from what I'm hearing, he's like up. He's like leveling up, and everything he posts and like how he looks right now, he looks really good. So I'm excited. But for me, I mean, I just gotta get the rise. I think if I get the, I feel confident in my pronation. I just gotta make it so I have the high spot and his hand dumps.
Yeah. I'm interested how, like, again, this table might change things, and who will it help, right?
It helps him without a question. It helps him because even if he dumps his hand, he can run so far across the pad to get closer to that pin. Like
Yeah.
it's this is more of a hitter's table. A guy who wants to hit with all his might, and anybody who's going kind of inside, which Artem has the capability to. Like he's more of a kind of like opening drag thing, but if he decides to kind of come forward a little bit, he has so much room to run where I have to take the hand earlier. If I can take it earlier and kind of commit a bit of my own shoulder or some cup, then I can cut that lane off.
Yeah. Like that's in my mind how I see the match. You will try to get the hand, and Artem, because he has this thing where he does stupid things. Like he loses, he does this, and that hand stays somewhere there. So I
Yeah,
think
I just got to get control. I got to get control, and I've watched like all this stuff, and I know even when he starts to lose control, he'll just start to hit. He'll just start to hit in terrible positions. So I'm ready for that. I've trained for that, but we'll see. Well, how do you feel? How do you feel about every match? You're pulling Josh Rodriguez, right?
Yes. What do you know about him?
He's good. He beat me. He beat me a while ago. He beat me when I was a 176er though, so it's not the exact same. But he's better now than when we pulled.
Okay.
Yeah. At Ottawa Open, we actually had a what's that?
No. Continue.
At Ottawa Open, we actually had a really good match. We were on B side, and I think we had like a 30-second match. We were both just climbing, and he outclimbed me and got me gassed out. But that was like 2 years ago.
I today I'm gonna do a live stream if anyone's watching. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a live stream, and I'm just gonna go through all his matches and we'll think about best. But as far as I saw, he's a top roller. I really like top rollers.
Like, he's really good. He's really good.
Only thing like scares me more is if your ability to get the strap is easy on the table.
Guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say, and this is a rule as well. You can be like, I want strap. And if he says no, it doesn't even matter. You're getting strap. Yeah. It's the opposite. It's like if one guy says strap, yes, strap.
Yeah. Did your dad make the rules?
No, that'd be funny though. Honestly, for me, like, and for my dad, having the outside strap is beneficial because there's one more round of slippage to tire the guy out.
Yeah. I think for like people that really can work the hand and really fast, like you need that, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah. I was looking at him and I rather not pull someone with heavy side pressure because that's kind of my thing. And if it's there's the balance and then you have to fight, and I rather fight someone that just goes for the hand or top. And
he's mostly open top. Like he's mostly he's attacking your hand. He's real good, but it's a good match. I think it's a really good match.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. Like I asked Ian, I'm on a pull, so I'm
Hmm.
gonna be there and you're gonna be awesome. Listen, your brother's also pulling, right?
Yeah, he is. He's got a guy, Shakur Verma. So they kind of have like a rivalry where he's beat him in
Mhm.
Auto Open, and then Milo lost to Shakir in farm wrestling last year. So they've gone back and forth, and now that Milo's trying to get like really serious, he wants to kind of avenge his old losses. So it's a good step.
Mhm. So how is his preparation, training, commitment?
It's not the same as mine. It's really hard to be the same as mine just because the sheer volume I train.
Hmm.
But for what he's able to handle, he does it. He's training hard. He's putting in the time. He goes to practices. Like he's doing what he can do at this point. As he gets better and progresses more, he'll be able to put in more time without having the damage. Like for me, I train even before I go to practice. Like I'll do like a 3 hour singles workout and then go to practice.
Hmm.
And he just can't do that yet because he's not as conditioned as I am. So
Hmm.
it obviously takes time to get there, but I have faith he'll get there. I have faith.
Yeah. So you think after this he's sticking around?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
expect so. Yeah, I'd be very shocked if he doesn't. Very shocked. And every time I talk to him, he talks about want to be the greatest. So it's the right track. We'll see.
Yeah. A good event. Like it's
Yeah,
looking really good. Viking's gonna be there.
yeah. Philip Larson. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pulling Rick Heidelbrecht, and then we got Brad Grundy pulling one of our young Canadian superstars. We got Porky and Jerome Loud. That's gonna be good. That's a good
Yes.
match.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see. I have heard so much from Jerome. I want to see it firsthand. So
Porky's good right now. All I know is Porky's good right now. I mean, I know Jerome's hand is crazy, but I got Porky. I got Porky winning it. We'll see though. We'll
it's left
see.
or right. It's left or
Right,
right.
right.
Yeah.
Porky's got another match with Jason Constantini on the left.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Hmm.
he wants just everything. He just want to
Yeah,
pull everywhere. Yeah.
yeah. Double heading it. That's gonna be good.
It's awesome. I'm. I think a little bit changing the rules and things like that. We're kind of used to one thing, especially me. I haven't really arm wrestled anywhere else, like
Hmm.
ever, really. So
Yeah.
for me, it's also a new experience, and I just want to see. And for you guys, you kind of I would say experiment a lot.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Sumo arm wrestling, freedom arm wrestling, Mac, and some other things. And I think it's very interesting how things will change because everything will give you advantage and disadvantage. Do you
Mhm.
think you having that table right there is a big advantage for you?
Oh yeah. I mean, at the beginning I thought it was gonna be like a huge advantage, but the more I pulled on it, the more I realized it's really not that different. The
Hmm.
fundamentals are the same. Attack the high spot, get hand control, get shoulder commitment. Like nothing really changes. It's just like it does help for sure being familiar with the table. I'm not going to step up there and be like, "Oh, this isn't what I thought." But I mean, if you're like what you were doing, where you're mapping out the dimensions,
Yeah.
that's going to help a lot. Like just having the idea, it's not going to be too different than that. It really won't be. Just the pin pads are a little bit higher, so no, you don't hit quite as much, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, listen. I talked with Artem. We talked a lot, and
Yeah,
he's saying it's in his head it's 50-50. He feels like it's 50-50. And he
yeah.
couldn't understand what happened the last time you guys pulled because he said he also talks with people, and he said like some guys that pull you, they say like Artem should be able to beat Auden, and he's like, but what the hell happened? He
Yeah. People put a lot of like people attribute a lot to practice pulls. I don't put much like value into it, honestly. Like people vulture me all the time and then like record it and post it. So then they're like, oh, well, this guy beat him, so whatever. But
yeah.
no, I mean, I lose a lot in practice. I do. I'm different when it comes to tournaments and like events and stuff. If you got an event win on me, it's different than like a tournament win. Really, I think the only event win I lost to Nilna's run, and I've lost rounds to Alexander Koshadze and Dimi Luchev. Like if you're not those three guys, I mean, you haven't really beaten me. So
Mhm.
with Artem, I would tend to agree. I think it's a pretty even match. I would honestly give the favorite to him. I think he's more experienced. He's older than me. He's taken the sport longer than I have. So
Mhm.
I think I have to give the edge to him. But I feel good. I feel really good. I'm willing to fight. So we'll see. We'll see. As I
How
get
many
closer, I get more and more confident. But right now, I've got there in 50-52.
how many rounds?
It's 5 rounds. I wanted 7, but he's like, no, not gonna happen.
Really? He didn't want to
Yeah.
say, oh,
No, he didn't. Not only did he not want it, he's like, that's not happening. We are not doing 7. I'm like, okay. Like no discussion. I'm like, hey, you want to do like best out of 7? He's like, no. And then he kind of jokes, be like, best 1 out of 2. I'm like, okay.
No, you should start like, how about we pull best out of like 15? And he's like,
Hey,
no. How about
one
best of
day
7?
that would be a lot of fun. One day I want to set up a super match where it's like best of like 21. Oh, you got to
Listen,
win 11.
I have this one big plan to do huge live stream, invite someone, and pull for best of 101. So
Hey, I'll do it. You want to have the match with me?
You were the name that I was actually thinking about.
That'd be really funny.
Imagine how big it would be. If
best of 100. So you got to win 51 rounds.
Yes, you have to win 51 rounds.
Oh, man.
We pull 10 rounds back to back, then we do a break, then we do.
You want to do breaks? I think we do no breaks. Just 51 straight. That'll be like 6 hours.
For people. It's still going to be like 5-6 hours. Yeah,
that'd be hilarious. That'd be really funny.
Yeah. I think it would be one of the biggest events in Armwrestling history to be watched online, because it would take a long, long time. I was at the start, I was thinking like maybe first to 100, but that would be like 10 hours.
Yeah, that is way too much.
And if the guys are pretty even, eventually, oh my gosh. Michael Todd and Neil Pickup pulled first to 100.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard Michael Todd and Brad Grundy once they were gonna do that, but then Brad Grundy just kept beating them. So Michael's like, whatever.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I just have water.
It's boring. You go to weight class?
Do
you have a weight class? Do you have a weigh-in or just whatever?
Yeah, 85.
Yeah. Okay. What are you at right
now? I'm under.
Okay.
Yeah, Tina calling me fat, so
After this, I'll probably go on a bit of a small cut. Finally, I mean, maybe get in relatively better shape. But before that, no, I'm just gonna get massive, bulk up, and teach Artem a lesson.
You have already next plan? Is like, or you have like depending on the outcome, this is the next thing I'm gonna do, or you don't have yet?
Nah, not really. I mean, I have a couple ideas I think about, but I really like to do one at a time. If I plan too far ahead, stuff becomes too conditional, and I don't like to plan like that. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna do this match. I'm gonna go to the event in Texas, and then I'll figure some stuff out from there. Who knows?
Texas.
Yeah, that's the next East versus West King of the Table. The one with John and
Dallas.
yeah.
Okay,
Dallas. Yeah. I know. I thought it moved. Is it still Dallas?
I think it's Dallas. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay, maybe. I don't know. But either way, I think it's in Texas. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be good. You don't have any plans pulling any tournaments, anything? Because I don't remember what I was searching for, but then it got like, I searched for your picture for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And then it got like all the videos, and like he should pull off.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling off.
That's great.
Like and then I thought, like, it's so nice when people tell you what to do.
I love it. Yeah. Especially when they're wrong. Like the WAF thing, okay, it's debatable. But when they tell me stuff that's like totally just wrong, it's like, oh, come on. Like people today were making fun of me for drinking like a shake like this. Like, you can't absorb more than 40 grams of protein at a time. It's like, that's disproven. You look it up. Just look it up.
People will always find a reason to hate it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
As soon as they figure it out, it's also, I think they don't they don't understand reality. So we did a video, types of arm wrestlers. You
That's funny. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So there's Gripjack, right? The guy that always, it gotten like 1 million on Instagram, something like that on TikTok. And the comments are like, fuck this guy. He's such a disgrace. How dare he would never win a tournament or something, right? And he's one of our best pullers. And they don't understand it's fake.
Yeah.
They cannot. As soon as it starts, 2 seconds in, it changes like from the top view, right? So we just had a camera. And people, the comments are so mean, and because it's linked to his profile, he's getting messages. I'm like,
wow,
insane.
I when I posted, I don't know if you ever saw it, but one of my friends, I called him Cheeseburger. He pulled my sister, and my sister beat him. He got legit death threats in his email. They're like, we're gonna come to your house and kill you, little weak boy, and like just crazy stuff. And because he lost a match to Avery, it was unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy stuff. Yeah. He didn't want to be on camera for a bit after that.
For sure. Is Camry coming to arm wrestling too?
She is. I had her training the other day, actually. I had her over. We were doing some lifts, but she's getting ready for the high school tournament. I think that's end of March I think it's end of March. So that's going to be good. I mean, she'll probably win it. Like, she kind of just wins most of them anyway. She's very, very gifted, like, in all athleticism. Like, it's kind of weird because I'm the opposite. I wasn't super athletic. Like, I was pretty good, but then we have Habry, and she's won every race she's ever entered, every tournament she's ever entered, and doesn't train. Just shows up. So I hope she starts training because then it'll be a force to be reckoned with. But we'll see.
Listen, we need more girls. We need
I
more
agree.
girls competing
Yeah.
at a high level, right? The girls out on top are lonely.
Yeah, yeah. Who is there for Barbora? Who is there? Is there anyone?
Exactly. I think gotta be one more time. Let's go.
Well, I mean, that's the only option, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's such a weird position in the sport. Like, what you're thinking. So, like, Levan right now is the man, and I feel like, in my opinion, your dad is number 2 guy. Like,
Kirill Sarachev, number 1. Kirill Sarachev beat him.
Sure, yeah, but I don't see anyone like really like beating him easily. I think Hermes has an option. I think he's smart and he can do some stuff, right? But it's a very, very tough match. But it's such a weird position. Like, I see, like, I think for your dad, he needs more confidence that he should try one more time. You know what I mean?
Before that, he's gonna try one more time. He's gonna go.
I know. More.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Yeah. I remember. Oh man! So the first time when he lost, it was like, yeah, never again. Never gonna happen again. And then, like, about like a year later, he started being like, oh, maybe, and then be like, oh, I can't think about that. When he lost again, it was like a month later, and he was like, yeah, maybe one more time. But we're like, no, not yet, not yet. Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, right now, I mean, you saw what he did to Gennady. Something's changed, and it's significant. And he's so strong right now. I mean, we'll see. I don't know what his next match is, but I think it doesn't matter who it is, he's going to get killed. Like, really, I don't think it matters, other than Levon.
Yeah. I think for him, I think it would be Vitaly.
Yeah, that's the only really guy that makes sense.
Already talking about it everywhere, right? Right arm.
Yeah.
I think Vitaly. Because then you get the confidence, like, you can fight something, big.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Vitaly or maybe Michael. Other than that, like, there's nobody.
Yeah. Like him and Michael, I think he knows Michael too well.
Yeah, that is
might be the threat that he hasn't faced.
It's true. It's true. With Michael, it probably would be an issue where he just outclimbs him. And, I mean, Michael's not really probably going to beat him. Michael's really good, but that's a terrible matchup for him. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Vitaly seems like the guy. And, I mean, I don't think Vitaly can do it. I think the gas tank will go, and then it's an issue.
Were you impressed by the heavyweight world title Morozov versus Vitaly match?
Yes. So I was kind of joking with my friends, being like, so I thought there was no chance. I thought Morozov was going to get killed 4-0. I thought that was a pretty general consensus where it's like, yeah, not even a match. And that first slip where it, like, slows down, I'm like, holy shit, Morozov's going to beat him. But yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy match.
I was doing an interview with the match before.
Yeah.
And then I came back and I didn't see the start of the first round. And I was like, what the hell happened? And they're like, Morozov won. I was like,
I know. I can't believe Vitaly turned it around. I cannot believe that. That was insane.
Yeah. What he, like, Medial Epicon or something.
Yeah, he blew some stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know which round he blew it? Was it like, because there was a round where he, like, went and was like, oh, was that the round he blew it, or did he hurt before?
I think round 2 or 3.
Okay,
somewhere there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was like, or maybe later, because he tried, and he was like, ooh, because he was gonna top roll still, like that. He prepared Hermes, right? He prepared Hermes, like, that's how he was gonna fight him.
Well, smart move.
I thought he could do it with a press too, but he just
No, Vitaly's big, too strong.
Yeah, and Vitaly came back and lost a hand, went for a press, like
he went in with a flop. That was crazy.
Do you think Armwrestling is evolving?
Yeah. Yeah.
A
I
super
think
match
it's
is pushing everyone to evolve, right?
yeah. I predict we'll always have specialists, guys that are like good at specific things, but I think in like 10, 15 years, there won't be a guy who can't do everything. There won't be a guy who can't flop, king's move, hook, press, top roll. I just think having all those tools, it's just good. If it's like, okay, nothing works except for a flop, then it's going to be like, oh, I wish I had that flop, and he'll train it. And I think all these young guys, they see that, and every young guy I talk to and I like train with, they all train everything. They train every style, they train every motion, and I think that's the future. I think that's going to be what it is. Every guy can do everything, but some guys have specific better stuff.
Hmm. I
And
think
then maybe we have a couple of Jerry Catarats and Camilles where you just flop or just king's move and stuff like that. Yeah,
just one thing.
yeah,
Whatever you do, I think if you do one thing really well, it works, right?
yeah,
And if then you can kind of, the problem is, I think, with people is being brave when when you like you think you can do something, but you go to your default settings.
yeah,
So I think for Vitali, like even he said, he's like, what else could I done? He said like I had to do it,
yeah.
otherwise I would lose, right? So I think it's a lot of times that when you go there and you think like, oh, I'm gonna whatever hook, and you go start top rolling because that's the only thing you can really do well in your mind, right? But I think evolution is happening. Evolution is
I
happening.
agree. So the real question is, Ray, when are you going to start king's moving? When are you going to start working on that lock?
I don't know. Giannis keep joking about it. Like he's like, this is actually pretty damn good.
That would be
But it
incredible.
is.
Seeing Giannis do a king's move, that would be awesome.
No,
Maybe
I can't. Like I as much as I can try top roll, I can't. Just can't.
no. Why is that an
No,
injury or
brachioradialis issues. I had like a little bit of atrophy and everything, so I developed everything just around this
just
stuff.
internal supination? Yeah,
Yes,
palm up.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More with palm, but sometimes it comes out
Yeah,
when guys are too exhausted.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll see. I have me and Jantarian for is on a path. We've been
yeah.
canceled so many times, it's ridiculous.
He's good right now. He is
Yeah,
good right
he
now.
is.
Yeah,
I think he's well deserving. He's gonna pull Craig.
yeah. You know, I
He's
think
gonna.
I would pick him to beat Craig. He's the guy. He's the guy to do it.
The only thing that kind of scares me is a little bit is speed. Craig is extremely fast. Like
Yeah,
John is great and he has the hand and everything, but Craig just has this where he just finishes before you even start.
yeah,
And
yeah. And I
that
think a lot depends where they pull because you got to be able to load in that setup.
yes, yes. I think if John goes in a hook with him, he loses. If John loads like crazy and then
Mm-hmm.
gets pulled in a hook, I think he can win there.
Yeah,
Because I feel like the match will go where Craig wants it to go. Because
you
that's
think
how
so?
Craig is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just seen it too many times.
I
Like
mean,
when I think like
John is such a good top roller. Like if he kind of sets up high and cuts right there, I know Craig's so strong, but cupping that'll be hard. It'll be really hard to do.
yes, yes.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm excited. I hope
it's a
that
great
match
match.
happens. Yeah.
It's a great match. It's a
Yeah.
really great match, and I think Canadian has a chance to become number one in North America. So right,
Yeah. It'll be good. It'll be good. For the first time ever, we've never had that before.
right. Oh, that's good. Well, Artem, I think is the only guy that's actually ranked that you pulled, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And
Or I
in
guess
my
Whisper is
opinion,
ranked in like his state, I think. But what's that?
very highly ranked. Like
Yeah.
his
Yeah. What
Artem
is,
just beaten everyone.
he
Like
has, I mean, he just beat Adam Wazinski. Like, he just beat him, just beat Robbie Russell. Like, and
he
that
beat
was like 2 weeks
Viking.
after he pulled me.
He beat Viking in the match in the tournament.
Did he
For
really?
Clark.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. That was after he pulled my dad, though. That was after
yeah,
Viking and my dad had a match.
yeah. I
That was
went
when
to
we were
fight
at, right? That
that,
was in
and
Atlantic
I
City?
said like, "You're an idiot." I said,
Yeah.
"You're an idiot. You should done that."
He came back and
Oh,
won. It
he
was, yeah.
killed Devin. Cool.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I know he's real good. Do you know what his ranking is exactly? I know he's like somewhere top 5 North America, under 200, but
Let me check
it's
because
yeah.
they
I
have
don't know.
a bunch of rankings,
I've
but
seen him beat like everybody though. I've seen him beat like really. You look at Artem; he's pulled a long time. He kind of beaten every name there is in North America. Like he's beaten Sharkovich, he's beaten Storm Chelino, he's beaten really like the list goes on and on and on and on.
yeah. He is number 3 at
Number 3.
190 pounds, but I think he has beaten almost everyone
Yeah,
at 210. Also, very close there, and like in my opinion, he's top 3 in any class he pulls.
I
Like
would
maybe
agree.
except the heavyweights,
Yeah, yeah.
So I think for you it's a very good match. Very good
He'll
match.
be top 2 in our match. That's for sure.
Top 2. That is good. So you think it's you want him to suffer,
Oh
or you
yeah.
want it?
Oh, it'll be if I can get control, it'll be terrible. It's gonna be really bad. Yeah. If I can get any kind of control, he better give up quick because he's not gonna gas me out. He's not gonna. So if I can manage to get that hand and stop him, and those first couple hits don't finish, yeah, I'll just talk to him. I'll just talk to him and just laugh. I'll just laugh in his face. But
Wow.
laugh in his face. It's gonna be really good. I'm super excited. Really, I can't always contain my excitement. I'm dreaming about it every night. It's awesome. I love it.
Any comments of him posting picture with your mom?
That was funny. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It's, I like he's such a dick sometimes, just to
I,
troll.
I, I really like him. I think Arnold's a good guy. Yeah.
There's a super chat for you.
Oh yeah.
Auden, why do Europeans think King's move is just bone lock? Are they stupid?
They are stupid. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you see my video, the one I made with how Europeans train.
Yes, yes.
Accurate.
Very accurate.
Yeah. Okay. That's all.
Very accurate. I thought they have cameras here, so
But yeah, why they think it's just a bone lock, I don't know why exactly. I think it's because some of the top guys have said that, and then it kind of gets trickled down, and it's a bit weird. But I mean, I can King's move. I don't have a bone lock. Like my arm totally straightens.
yeah.
So right away, it's like, okay. Well, that's not what it is then. Of course, a bone lock can help, but that's not what it fully is.
Yeah, I think like when we say bone lock, I think it's misrepresentation what it is. Most people arms don't straighten out, so it doesn't. So some will have like really it is bone on bone when it's full
Mhm.
calcification. Some will just have really tight tendons in those positions and tight muscles, so that my arm doesn't go straight. Like
Yeah.
this is, and it's kind of painful when it goes fully out. So, but we know that people that have very limited range of motion and pull open top roll will have a huge advantage. Like it is
100%. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Well, that is how it works. Yeah. But
Yeah.
honestly, the one thing people do a little bit wrong and kind of understand a little bit wrong is how to beat a King's move. You don't even ever get to the bone lock anyway. A good example, I mean, well, it didn't go exactly as the best way, but if you watch how Hermes beat Michael, just didn't even hit really, climbed a bunch, just kept climbing. If Hermes had better endurance, he could have stayed there forever and just climbed until it was like way over the hand and then just kind of top rolled. But because Hermes' endurance wasn't infinite, he had to climb for a while. And then once he had the high spot, then go for press. Which that's the way to do it. You see all these guys like they hit and they just hold near the pad on the strongest point of the King's move. King's move is only strong when you get closer to the pad because of how the biomechanics of the arm work. It's not about this opening; it's about this opening. So as you get close, it kind of stops on its own. I mean, you need a lot of pronation for it. If you don't have pronation, you'll just break your arm and they'll pin you anyway. But just you out climb it, really. Beat a King's move, climb high, and that's
And
it.
just in the center, like
Yeah. Sometimes
Adam,
defense even. You can climb out this way.
yeah, yeah. Because like first of all, like if you want to be straightened out, you want to go there.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if that's the like, and if you don't give it to them, it's also the other guy, the King's move, he will get tired because he
100%.
doesn't want to be in that position. So you're always where you're comfortable. That's where you don't get tired, right? And I think Adam is pulled like perfectly.
You did
Like
very well.
Mike
Yeah.
hits, nothing moves, and he's just like. But even then, Mike's like pronator stayed, which was crazy. I
Yeah.
thought that he would get like this, like he would get like this on Mike.
Hard to do that to Mike. Really hard to do that to him. Yeah.
Yeah, very very impressive. I do believe it's just like few guys that can beat Michael. It's your dad, Hermes, and I think Leva.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's not many. To beat him, you need to be overwhelmingly strong or like super technical, and technical in the way that is unorthodox, not like a traditional arm wrestler. You need to really understand the game of climbing. And in the super heavyweights, like a lot of the guys are really awesome and like super great arm wrestlers, but not all of them quite understand like the crazy supinated climb shit that like my dad does, for example.
Yeah,
And that's how
There's
you beat Michael.
yeah, there's few more super chats. Give me a second. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go. Can we get Whisper in East versus West with someone his weight?
That could be fun. Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's possible. I don't know who the guy would be, but just reach out to him. Yeah, worth a shot.
Yeah. And there was Auden. Do you think your father can beat Vitali?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, I think he's going to beat him. I think Vitaly might get one or two, but I know Vitaly's gas tank. I mean, maybe not because he did really well against Artem, but I know historically his gas tank has not been exceptional. Like I remember I was there for the match with Rivas when he pulled Rivas, and like he beat him pretty good. It was a good match, but he beat him. And I'm in his corner, like I'm right next to his corner, and he comes down and sits down, and he's like, "Ugh, ugh." I've never seen a guy more out of breath. So if my dad can slow the match at all, he's gonna gas him, and I think he can.
Um, is Auden going to face a Kimbo in future?
Maybe. I mean, Akimbo's light. He's 75 kilo guy.
It's very light, yeah.
Yeah, he's small, and I've talked to a lot of guys that have pulled him, and he's done some kind of scummy stuff. Like he's lied about me a little bit, so that doesn't make me like him very much. But I pulled with guys that pull with him, and every one of them says that I'll kill him. It's not even a match. So I mean, if he wants to fly up to Canada and put some money for it, yeah, 100%, I'll pull him. But I'm really not going on my way to do it because I really don't even think it's a match. I'm just gonna beat him really bad. And did I ever tell you about what he said about me? No. Okay, so I'll give some backstory. At East versus
Akimbo?
West, Akimbo, yeah, Akimbo. East versus West 12, when my dad pulled Levon, I met Akimbo. I met him in the lobby very quickly. I shook his
Yeah.
hand, that's it. And honestly, I was unimpressed. Hand wasn't that big. So, like, I met him, and like, okay, this is a small guy. He's 75 kilo. Good arm wrestler, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
he's not. He's small. He's small.
He looks phenomenal on pictures.
He also edits them, so whatever. But yeah, I gotta make some Akimbo photos where I'm flexing like my forearm doubles in size. But yeah, basically that's all that happened. We didn't get to pull. We didn't get to do anything. He goes back to Russia, tells everybody he's training with that he pulled with me and beat me so bad we didn't release any footage, which just didn't happen. Yeah, it just didn't happen.
Really?
But he said that. Yep. And I brought it up with him, and it was very obvious that it was true because he didn't even deny it. He just said that I was an idiot, and like, yeah, whatever.
Really? I
And
didn't know that.
all the guys like on his team and stuff being like, yeah, we reached out to Auden and he said his arm was hurt and he wasn't ready. That's a lie. They didn't reach out to me. Like, not even kind of true. I've had no communication with them. So I don't know. It seemed to me like they didn't want the match, but every time I kind of bring this up, they start posting again, being like, "Oh, Auden still wants the match. Akimbo wants the match too. Let's do it." I'm sure they'll make a video with this, being like, "Oh, Auden's lying again," but I mean that's just the truth. I don't care at this point.
Well, you have pretty big target.
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely
right?
do.
I think, I think you pulling a Kimbo, I think it helps you. He's pretty big. Like he's, like big.
I
Like
know,
social
but
media.
Ray, I am just gonna kill him. Really, I will
I
just
know.
kill him.
I think he's way too small. Like he's way too
Way too
small.
small.
Like
Way too small.
yeah. If he would
Like,
be like 85, 90 kilo guy at least, then it makes kind of sense.
yeah, but he's not. He's not. He's like already juiced up at 75
Mhm.
kilo. He's like maxed out. I mean, he could maybe get a bit bigger if he changed what he takes, but like, I do not expect he's getting anywhere near my size, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not very interested in pulling him. I know people are, but what would happen is I would beat him, and they'd say I'd pick on a small guy again. So I just whatever. Like I don't care.
Yeah. There's another one. The Lucky Ones podcast. Take two since Coach Ray said it for expensive one. Haha, JK. Happy birthday, Ray. Still waiting for your 11 match. I'm lost. I'm sorry, buddy. Um, how much of Devon backlash is from Europe not coping well with losing? For years they said Devon is weak and avoids Europeans. Now they all lose to him. Devon has a perfect record with Europeans now, except Georgians. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
yeah. Except Georgians. That's pretty fun.
yeah. So this is your first European you're pulling. Well, he's kind of, but he's Floridian now.
It would be, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, Etienne was originally from France, so I'm not sure. But
Okay.
I guess that doesn't really count. Yeah, Whisperer, I think he was born in France. I think I might be wrong, but maybe.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Either way, yeah, this is my first European. Yeah.
Yeah. One by one, they all
We'll see.
fall.
We'll see if the European curse runs in the family, but hopefully not.
Yeah. Do you have like for yourself like a match? Because I think everyone's been trying to get a match with you, right? And
Yeah.
like whoever, in my opinion, like literally, even Travis Pageant, right?
Yeah.
Travis was
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I was willing to take that match, honestly. I was willing to take it. He'd probably kick my ass. Like, really, I don't think I'm ready for that. But if it's like, yeah, this or nothing, I would take it. But no, I mean, right now, I do have a list. I got a list of guys I want to pull. There's guys outside the list that would, like, if they asked me, I could definitely pull them. But for me, guys that I really want to pull, I mean, I want to pull Bowen at some point. And then these are later. I'm not talking about, like, my next match. These are guys I want to pull at some point. I really want to pull John at some point. I would love to get him before he retires. It would be incredible to get on the table with him. I want to pull Leonidas. I want to pull Mindaugas at some point. I want to pull Eddie Hall maybe soon. I think that'd be fun. And really, those guys. I mean, there's more, but those guys are guys that I would love to pull at some point. Like that would be incredible.
Mm-hmm. That'll be good. I'm going Friday to Denmark to spend 4 days with Mindaugas.
That's fun. Yeah.
he's so strong. Like it doesn't make
I
sense.
know he is.
Like,
yeah, I know he is.
Every time we just warm up, it feels like it does like nothing makes sense with that guy.
That's pretty crazy.
I know him forever, and it never did. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's a freak. He's a freak. I can't believe he lost to Makarov. That was crazy to me.
Yeah, that
was weird.
For me too. Well, styles make matches and things that mean the one that he couldn't get from that big hand. You know.
Guess so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think we're gonna. It's almost an hour. Say something nice about Top Roll King.
Nice about him. There's nothing nice to say about that guy. Posting pictures with my mom. I hate that guy. I hate you, Artem. I hate you. I'm gonna put Artem on my highlight reel. He was saying he didn't want that. I'm gonna put him on my highlight reel. As soon as I beat him, I'm gonna make like 20. I'm gonna pay all these guys, make like 20 edits, and I'm just gonna spam them out. Spam them out of him just getting his ass kicked over and over again. But something nice. No, he's a good guy. Thank you for taking this match, Artem. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to seeing if I can contest with any European at all, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. March 8th, match 3.
I think it's a big match for both of you. I think for you, it's a step up, in my opinion, because Artem is no joke. Even though he might be smaller guy than some other guy, but he's no joke. He's
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good. And I don't think you're weak at all. So.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. If you had to pick, Ray, who are you picking? You have to pick a name. I won't be offended if you don't pick me. I won't be offended.
I think you have more chances of winning.
Really?
Yeah.
Because thank you very much.
Stylistically, he gives up the thing that you want. And stylistically, you know exactly how to trap it. So,
Perfect.
but if he wins, I will not be surprised. Mm-hmm. But I just have you as a slight favorite because of style.
I love it. I love it.
Armwrestling is way more style than anything else. This is why people need to evolve, because like Morozov evolved to fight Vitaly.
He did
fight that like he was fighting any other match. Any other match he would lost if he was doing that same things versus Vitaly. He evolved, right? So styles make matches. Anyway, thank you, Auden. I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you, guys. Oh, sorry to confuse you. Walking on the treadmill and lots of typos. Okay. What happens? Thank you, guys, for watching. I'll put the link in the description for mock event. Get the pay-per-view. I'm going to be there. 11, 12 matches, something like this.
I think something like that, yeah. It's going to be awesome. March 8th at Henderson Brewery. If you're in the area, come on by, guys. It's going to be great. Yeah, Mac 3.
My first time in Canada.
Is it your first time? Yeah?
Yeah.
You sticking around for a bit or heading right back?
No, Sunday.
Gotcha. That's too bad. I mean, if for some reason your flight gets delayed and you have a Monday and you want to swing by the High Hookers, we practice on Mondays.
Damn right. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Auden. Link is in the description. Get the Mac event. We'll see you soon. Thank you, buddy.
No problem. That was great.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
See you later, Ray. See you.